If you're a student in Africa, don't listen to what your school is telling you. Come, let me speak with you. When you go to school, what they tell you is to always try to get your first class, and that is their objective as a school. But I want to tell you that that is not necessary. It is not necessary. As an individual who have also passed through education, education is very important. It helps you, whatever it is. Try to just get the certificate. But getting a first class shouldn't be your priority. But if you get the first class, it's fine. If you can't get the first class, there are more important things you need to do while you are still in school. Number one is try to acquire a skill. Acquiring a skill is very important while in your school. We in Africa, we have a lot of graduates from school with nice grades, with first class and things. When they graduate, they cannot get a simple job. Why? Because they are not resourceful. The school system has always taught us to just be employees and to just wait for companies to come and employ us to be their employees. That is how the school system has always been. So if you are a student and you are in Africa, while you are in school, attending the school, you need to take your own mind and then start something. You need to make your own mind and start trying to acquire a skill. So it depends on the field of learning that you are. If you could learn something that is useful in this current world and a lot of companies are in high demand, you would not be unemployed. And for example, it doesn't matter the course you are doing in school, you can learn a skill. For example, you can learn videography, you can learn video editing, you can learn coding, you can learn cybersecurity. These are things that are high in demand in the current world. So you could be an accountant, you could be a lawyer, you could be whatever you want to be, but you can get these soft skills because that is what the current business market is looking for. There are a lot of those skills that I highly need. So the school is always pushing and telling you that, Jack, you need to get first class. First class is what, first class. That is not important. At the end of the day, when you graduate from your school, nobody sees first class on your forehead. But if you have a skill that is earning you huge amount of money, people will see you already successful. Whether you are building companies, you are buying cars, you are building houses for yourself or whatever, people only measure you by your success. Nobody measure you by your grades. So that idea of trying to always be the first class, get first class, and you cannot do anything when you are at school, you cannot acquire any skill, it's all about your books. The world is far gone beyond that. And that is most important. Number two is that while you are in school, you need to try or do your best to do free internships for companies. The reason for this is not just to acquire the skill, but it's for you to understand the corporate world and how it works. While you are in school, instead of wasting your entire time on books trying to get first class, Jack, just spend an average time learning. Get your grade. Make sure you pass your exams. However, your other extra, strengths, you need to invest it in doing internship, offering free services of a skill that you have acquired to companies, to people, to small businesses. This way, you will be able to understand how the corporate world works, how the market works, and how people work. And when you leave school or when you graduate from school, it wouldn't be your first time of seeing the reaction and the actions of people. Number three is try to build a good network. While you're in school, they've told you that your main job for being in school is to get your first grade, is to learn and get your first grade, but that should not be your main objective of being in school. Look for your colleagues. Make sure you make a lot of friends. Some of them may not be coming from rich families today, but tomorrow they may be successful. And if you're able to build a great audience of friends and people who know you, you would be in a good position in the near future. So a lot of you would go to universities, you go to school, and then you graduate and nobody knows you in the school. It is very sad. You should never dedicate your entire life to just learning just your books. It doesn't make sense. You need to improve. You need to go beyond that. You need to go to places, go to conferences, go to summits where you meet people and socialize, take people number, communicate with them, chat with them. these are the people that are more likely going to help you after you leave school. So these are just the 3 advice I have for you. Number 1 is while you're in school, try to learn a high demand skill. Number 2 is to try to offer free internships or free services of a skill that you have acquired to help you understand the business world. Number 3 is that you need to go out to build good networks with friends, with people you see, because these are the most important 3 things you need while you're in school. Thank you very much for watching. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Business Ghana TV. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.